We're just going to get right into it. This will definitely constitute minor, I repeat, minor spoilers. So if you want no spoilers, don't listen. But we'll have to spoil a portion of the film. And I'll deal both with the daughter and actress. And yes, let's talk about it, Stu or fake Stu or AI Stu. But Stu's coming. Some version of Stu is going to show up in Scream 7. So how do we deal with this? Well, a lot of people are saying it is real Stu because the daughter actress accidentally gave it away, and it's like they were doing a promo and she says, "Hey, how's he dead? He's in the film." Guys, I study Hollywood seriously. So if you think a major actress in a major horror film is just going to give away the major secret, you're Looney Tunes. Clearly they rehearsed this, even the way they did it. Kevin didn't look mad. Neither did Nev. Nev was like, no, don't say that. So they're clearly openly teasing Stu. Now we get to the bad part. Does that mean it is Stu? Well, okay, the way I understand it, and I'm sharing it again, the pixel version, no. In the real theaters, we're going to see Stu. Not a pixel version, actual Stu. The questions go to, is this really Stu? Not the actor. We're definitely getting Matthew. He's going to be playing Stu for a while. What is the story? I think the story is still, this is either a fake Stu who looks like Stu. Miracle? Okay, yeah, just a crazy guy who looks like Stu. How? Don't know. Or it is a fake Stu. It is an AI Stu who can talk, walk, and act like Stu, but Stu is dead. Those are the two options. So is this disappointing? No, I think a final twist, frankly, for the film will be, oh no, real Stu's out there. They're going to give a lot of hints. Real Stu is out there. They are openly talking that Scream 8 is on the way, so they were clearly not hiring Nev to be killed off. We know she's safe. We all know that. But what about the daughter? Because there's an intriguing other little secret they let out. So there will be apparently a scene, clearly at the end, where the daughter is tied up, well, like Drew Barrymore. Well, Drew Barrymore's boyfriend. So it's a little confusing. So the question would be, it's a very iconic scene. They are recreating it, obviously for a reason. So what is going on? Well, I will assume the obvious. Only someone who really, really knows, right, what happened in the story could do that. So who knows that happened? Well, Gail would probably know. Dewey, maybe Roman, clearly Stu, and Billy, and maybe a few more, but it's not many people. They also showed that notorious photo, that group photo with all of them. So this killer clearly knows Sydney at a very high level. So either crazy guy really, really studies Sydney studies, just got a PhD in Sydney, Nev Campbell, finishing school, or it is Stu, or somebody very close to Stu, whether an apprentice, right, the sister, but they have to know a little bit about Stu. So it makes sense. It is Stu. Stu's been well stewing the whole time, and now he's ready to come out and go full Ghostface, go solo, and just do a rampage. Well, I think for financial reasons, it's not real Stu. But definitely, there's a Stu factor. How could this be? Well, a lot of fans have speculated, and this is real. They were going to bring back Stu for Scream 3, but again, whether you like the politics or not, put it to one side, but this is a real thing. If you're not an American, you may be like, who cares? But Columbine, good or bad, Columbine shootings really scared a lot of people in Hollywood. So for whatever reason, they felt like the story of Stu influencing people, it was like Columbine in too many ways. And they're like, no, we can't do Stu. Sounds stupid, sounds crazy, but there we go. So they did plan to have Stu back several times. So here we go again. But I think, again, it's financially going to pay them off to be like, hey, no, it was fake Stu. But wait, real Stu's coming. Just see part 2. This is fake Stu, real Stu in part 2. Cliffhanger. I think it's cheap. I think it's silly. It's insulting. I think it's actually going to really bring down the box office. Because a lot of fans are like, enough is enough. Either do Stu or stop playing around. And I'm in that camp. So I think financially it'll do okay. But clearly the film they want to make the most money is Scream 8. But I think the only way to do that is to really say, okay, that's going to be the end, right? The end of Sydney, the end of the Carpenter sisters. Let's close out the story. If you want to start over, maybe. But the story has been dragging on for a long time. I mean, really, Stu just kept waiting and waiting and waiting. He plotted his revenge 30 plus years and just didn't act on it until now because, he waited for the daughter? What? Yeah, it's lame. It's lame. Clearly, if Stu was alive, he would have taken revenge earlier. So Scream 6 was the golden opportunity to make that explicit, but to my knowledge, they never made that explicit. They gave a lot of clues. They're like, yeah, maybe it's Stu. Maybe Stu helped. Maybe not. So it is a little silly at this point. I mean, would it matter? I mean, I think it can be intriguing. Let's be honest. It can be intriguing. However, it can be done very badly. So the good part of it would be Friday the 13th, part 5. They have technically fake Jason. Spoilers, that's not real Jason. But then we also have Halloween Kills, where for a large section of the film, I mean a large section, people are going crazy over fake Michael Myers. And you're like, huh? And I swear to you, and I'll show the proof, that David Gordon Green had a scene clearly implying everything was going to finish that night. Larry's like, I'm really angry, Michael. Takes the knife and is like, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you. And guys, this is real. There are leaked portions of this. Again, I don't have the whole thing, but David Gordon Green is on record, as are other people. There was going to be a climax fight and Halloween Ends, but then they changed the story. New script, new idea, went with Corey. All that is fictional. There was another version of the story. So you can do it, but I think Halloween Ends is one of the worst films I've ever seen. So doing the fake version and then the real version, we've done it before. They did it with Jason, right? Jason Part 5, then Jason Part 6, which has real Jason. However, even though that was a really great film, and I love it, I defend it, it gets a little silly. But I could be wrong that it will be fake Stu. They'll give you real Stu for Part 8. But then it's like, why pay for 7? Yeah, I think being brutal, if you're going to want Stu, then save your money for Part 8. But I could be wrong. Maybe they will pull the trigger, give you real Stu, and Stu escapes at the end. But knowing Hollywood, no, they're going to tease real Stu at the very end and be like, hey, come back. Real Stu's coming next film. We promise this time. And I'm like, uh-huh. Well, you lied to me several times. I'm not even going to get into the politics, but now with everything with the Palestine and the meta and the AI, I don't trust the producers. I don't hate Kevin, but I don't entirely trust him. So he said on record, no Stu this time. I believe him. There will be no Stu, but just having Stu for Part 8, really? Really? We're going to squeeze a little bit more money out of the fandom. Great. Great.